What do you think of the hat? Is the hat too much? So I've just got done watching probably the greatest Christmas movie of all time, which I will get to, don't you worry. But as I was watching it, I thought to myself, I've not done a list yet of my top 5 Christmas movies, so I thought what better time to do that than on Christmas Eve. All the presents are all laid out, ready to go. I might as well come in here and do some recording. So yeah, I'm going to count down my top 5 Christmas movies of all time. I didn't think I was a big Christmas movie fan. You know, I watch them a lot in this house with a house full of children. They're on pretty much all year round, but especially this time of year, they're just rolling out and rolling out and rolling out. And I never thought I was really, into Christmas movies until I sat down and wrote this list. This hat is really tight. Until I actually sat down and wrote this list, I realised just how many Christmas movies I really love. So here it is, my top 5 Christmas movies of all time. Number 5 is Trapped in Paradise. Now it's a little known film that whenever I mention it to people, they don't actually know what it is, but it's a great movie, and it's a very funny Christmas movie. It stars Nicolas Cage, John Lovitz, and Dana Carvey. They're 3 brothers. They are the Furpo brothers. 2 of them are still locked up for nefarious crimes. They're basically thieves. They're long running thieves throughout this movie, and during their parole, they find out about this little quiet town that has a little quiet bank inside of it that it's very, very easy to rob. So when they come out, they convince their older brother, Nicolas Cage's character, that they should take a little trip down to this town. Now he's gone straight, so he doesn't want to commit any crimes, so he doesn't really know what's going on until he gets there. They walk into this bank, and straight away he sees, because he's still got that eye, he's still got the eye of a thief. So he looks around and he sees, the security cameras aren't connected. There's a security guard who's well into his 80s and he's fast asleep. And he sees just how easy this bank is to rob. So he gets pulled in very easily, and they decide to rob this bank on Christmas Eve when it's got the most money inside of it. And they do. They go in, they rob the bank, they run out, they get away in their car. But it turns out that the town has been snowed in. There's no way for them to escape. So they are essentially stuck in this little town. It's a very idyllic, perfect little town that you'd imagine somewhere in America. And they don't like it because of the way they are, but they're stuck there and they have to stick it out. And at one point they even end up in the bank manager's house. And it's brilliant. It's so funny. Nicolas Cage really Nicolas Cages it up in this movie, which is a big compliment to him. Dana Carvey really is just impeccable. He's just amazingly funny in this movie. And John Lovitz is just creative and genius as ever. It really is a good movie. I definitely recommend it. Number 4 is Jingle All the Way. Now this is very much up for debate with a lot of people. Now people don't like this movie as much as other people do. It's very 50-50. It's very split down the middle with a lot of people that you talk to about it. But it is Arnold Schwarzenegger, classic action movie. But he is a dad, and it's set at Christmas, and he's trying to find his son's favourite toy. His son all years wanted a Turbo Man doll. It's a fictional superhero that I wish was real because this toy is so awesome. And the program that the kid watches actually looks really good as well. But the kid, all he wants is a Turbo Man doll. His dad promises that he'll get him one, completely forgets about it because he's a high-flying executive type. And on Christmas Eve, he realises he doesn't have the toy, so he goes on a big adventure across the city trying to find a Turbo Man doll that, as you can imagine, the big superhero of the year, that time of the year, is going to be sold out, and he has to go through quite a lot of capers to finally get one. I won't spoil what happens at the end if you haven't seen it, but it is a ride. It is a big thrill ride all the way through. Like I say, it's an action movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. That is for kids. It's pretty much everything you'd ever want in life. It's not an 80s action movie, but it might as well have been because it's that kind of crazy. Number 3 is Scrooged, starring Bill Murray, one of my favourite actors of all time. It is a retelling of the classic Charles Dickens novel, A Christmas Carol, and it is just amazing. Bill Murray straight away should sell this movie. Just the fact that he is in it. He plays another high flying executive type, much like Arnold Schwarzenegger's, but he works in like the movie business, and he's trying to. It's actually got A Christmas Carol in this movie. He's trying to produce a live version of the Christmas Carol to be aired on Christmas Eve, and he's very much I don't want to say any swear words, but he is a bad guy. You know, he fires someone on the day just because they did something a little bit wrong. He gets rid of them. So that night he is visited by the three ghosts: the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas future. And it turns his world upside down, as you can imagine it would in A Christmas Carol. If you've seen any iteration of that story, you can understand the kind of things that happen. But with Bill Murray's comedic timing and just the way he is in any movie, again, that is enough to sell this movie to anyone. If you're a Bill Murray fan, how have you not seen this movie? Why are you not watching this movie right now? Number 2 is, of course, Home Alone, starring Macaulay Culkin. Oh, this takes me back to my childhood. It's strange, but when you're a kid and you see this happening to another child, he gets left alone at Christmas by his parents. I don't know how. But they all go on holiday. They accidentally leave him at home alone. And yes, he's trying to live his, few days out as best as he can, being an 8-year-old, and his house is subsequently tried to be burgled by 2 burglars. He finds out beforehand that they're going to do this, so he sets up many booby traps to stop them. And my God, is it brilliant. It is not only a great Christmas movie, it's just an absolute smasher of a movie altogether. If you're watching this, you have definitely seen this movie, and you can understand that when you watch this as a child, you kind of wish your house would be burgled just so you could try and fight off the thieves. It is unbelievably good. I don't really need to say much more about it. It is a classic. It is an absolute wonderful movie, and you should definitely watch it if you haven't, which you probably have because you are watching this video. And number 1 is probably the most argued Christmas movie of all time. It is Die Hard. Let it snow, let it snow. God, everything is a crap! Welcome to the party, pal! Straight away I can hear you people shouting, and what you are going to write in the comments is that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Let me break it down for you. It opens with a Christmas song. It opens on Bruce Willis's character walking through an airport with a Christmas song playing over the top. He goes to meet his wife at a Christmas party. He is then attacked by numerous terrorists. There are Christmas decorations everywhere. He kills a terrorist and writes, "Now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho," on his jumper. There are many gags and references to Father Christmas and Christmas altogether. Even the score has jingle bells inside of it. You can hear the bells jingling throughout the score of the movie. This is a Christmas movie. I'm pretty sure it even snows at one point. Well, that might be the sequel. It is a Christmas movie. It is. It has been said. It has also been said that it's not. But with all that evidence that I have just laid out to you, it is a Christmas movie. Like I say, he goes to a Christmas party at Nakatomi Plaza to meet his wife, his estranged wife. It is then besieged by terrorists, and he has to run around on his own trying to fight these terrorists off without any shoes on, because John McClane was the baddest arsed character there has ever been in an action movie. Again, it is one of those movies that you can enjoy all year round, but for me, it is and will always be a Christmas movie. That's all the argument that there is to it. I can't wait to hear all the complaints in the comments down below, but just take it from me, it is a Christmas movie. But there you have it. I really enjoyed making this video because I could not wait to get to that number one, because I know how people are going to react. I'd love to hear what Christmas movies are your favourites. I'd love to hear them down in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give me a like and subscribe to my channel. I can't wait to see you again. I wish everyone the merriest of Christmases. I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye.